Welcome back to Autoview Pro, the channel where we dive deep into the latest cars, SUVs, and trucks that matter to real drivers. Today, we're going to take an in-depth look at the 2026 Toyota Highlander, Toyota's family-sized three-row SUV that has built itself a reputation over the years as one of the most balanced, dependable, and versatile vehicles in its class. For 2026, Toyota hasn't just played it safe with the Highlander, they've given it a meaningful refresh with updated styling, improved technology, and even more efficient powertrain options. So whether you're a long-time Toyota fan or just starting your search for the right family hauler, this is a model you'll want to pay attention to. The Highlander has always been a sweet spot in the Toyota lineup. It sits right between the compact RAV4 and the larger, truck-based Sequoia. For many families, that makes it the perfect blend of size, comfort, and practicality. You don't have to deal with the sheer bulk of a full-size SUV, but you still get 3 rows of seating, solid towing capacity, and plenty of room for gear. For 2026, Toyota is leaning hard into that formula and sharpening it up in some clever ways. The first thing you'll notice about the new Highlander is its updated exterior. Toyota has taken cues from its more rugged SUVs, like the Grand Highlander and the Sequoia, but kept things sleek and family-friendly here. The front fascia now has a bolder grille design with a more sculpted shape, flanked by slimmer LED headlights that give the Highlander a more confident face. There are sharper body lines down the side and a slightly revised rear end with new taillight signatures. Toyota isn't reinventing the wheel, but these updates give the Highlander a fresher and more upscale look that should age well. And depending on trim, you'll see different finishes and wheel designs, with the sportier XSE trim standing out thanks to more aggressive styling touches. Under the hood, Toyota is continuing its shift toward hybrid power. The standard Highlander still comes with a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, but it's tuned for better refinement and fuel economy this year. Most buyers, though, will be interested in the Highlander Hybrid, which has become one of the most popular choices in the lineup. The 2026 version uses Toyota's latest 5th-generation hybrid system, pairing a 2.5-liter engine with electric motors for a combined output that balances strong performance with outstanding fuel efficiency. Toyota claims improved acceleration while still returning fuel economy numbers that lead the mid-size SUV class. For families who spend a lot of time on the highway or just want to save money at the pump, that hybrid is going to make a lot of sense. There's also talk about a possible plug-in hybrid variant coming later in the model year. While Toyota hasn't officially confirmed it at launch, the groundwork is clearly here, and with rivals like the Kia Sorento and Hyundai Santa Fe offering plug-in options, it wouldn't be surprising to see Toyota follow suit. That would give buyers the ability to do shorter daily commutes on electric power alone while still having the gas engine for longer trips. Now let's step inside, and the Highlander continues to focus on family-friendly comfort and tech. Toyota has really worked on improving interior materials, so you'll see softer touch points, better stitching, and a generally more upscale feel, especially on higher trims like the Limited and Platinum. The layout remains practical with plenty of storage spaces for drinks, phones, and small items, which is something families always appreciate. Depending on trim, you can opt for a bench seat in the second row or captain's chairs, giving you either 8-passenger or 7-passenger capacity. Technology is where the 2026 Highlander takes a big leap. Every model now comes standard with a large 12.3-inch touchscreen running Toyota's latest infotainment software, which is much smoother and more intuitive than the old system. wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, along with a crisp digital instrument cluster. Higher trims add features like a head-up display, a premium JBL audio system, and a panoramic sunroof that floods the cabin with light. Toyota has also expanded its use of over-the-air updates, meaning the infotainment and driver assist systems can stay current without needing a dealership visit. Speaking of driver assist systems, the Highlander includes Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0 across the board. That means you get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, lane departure alert, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross-traffic alert as standard. The system has been refined for smoother operation, and Toyota has improved the cameras and radar sensors for better accuracy. Families will appreciate the new proactive driving assist feature, which can provide gentle braking or steering support when it senses potential hazards, even if you haven't engaged cruise control. Parking is also easier thanks to an available 360-degree camera system and an automated parking feature. When it comes to space, the Highlander remains roomy and versatile. The front and second row seats are generous and comfortable for adults, with good legroom and headroom. The third row is still best suited for kids or shorter trips with adults, but it's a bit easy to access now thanks to improved sliding mechanisms in the second row. Cargo capacity is competitive, with plenty of room behind the third row for groceries or sports gear, and when you fold everything down, you'll have more than enough space for big family road trips. Toyota has also improved sound insulation this year, making the cabin quieter and more relaxing at highway speeds. Driving the Highlander has always been about balance, and that continues for 2026. It's not trying to be a sporty SUV, but it does feel more composed than before thanks to some chassis refinements and improved suspension tuning. The steering has a bit more weight to it, giving you more confidence on the road, and the ride is smooth without being floaty. For those who want something with a little extra edge, the XSE trim does tighten things up slightly, with sportier suspension tuning and unique styling inside and out. Towing capacity remains strong at up to 5,000 pounds when properly equipped, so you can still bring along a small camper or boat without worry. One of the big reasons buyers keep coming back to the Highlander is Toyota's reputation for reliability and resale value, and that's not changing here. The hybrid system is proven, the safety tech is robust, and Toyota continues to back it all up with solid warranty coverage. Over the years, Highlanders tend to hold their value exceptionally well, which makes them not just a practical buy, but also a smart financial choice in the long run. Of course, the Highlander doesn't exist in a vacuum, and competition in this segment is fierce. Rivals like the Honda Pilot, Hyundai Palisade, Kia Telluride, and the newer Mazda CX-90 all bring their own strengths to the table. The Highlander may not have the biggest third row or the flashiest design, but it wins a lot of buyers over with its overall balance, strong hybrid offering, and Toyota's track record. For 2026, Toyota has tightened things up enough that it should remain near the top of many buyers' lists. Pricing for the new Highlander starts in the mid-30s for the base trim and can climb into the mid-50s for a fully loaded Platinum hybrid model. That puts it right in line with its key rivals. The fact that you can get such strong fuel economy in the hybrid without paying a huge premium makes it especially attractive, and for many families, that's going to be the sweet spot of the lineup. At the end of the day, the 2026 Toyota Highlander is exactly what you'd hope for in a refreshed model. It doesn't throw out the qualities that made it a bestseller, but it updates the design, improves the tech, and sharpens the driving experience just enough to keep it competitive in a very crowded field. For families who want a dependable, safe, efficient, and comfortable 3-row SUV, it's hard to go wrong here. So, if you're shopping in this segment, the Highlander deserves a spot on your test drive list. It's not the flashiest SUV, but it's the one that a lot of people end up keeping for years without regret. Toyota clearly knows its audience, and the 2026 Highlander shows they're still focused on delivering what real families actually need. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2026 Toyota Highlander. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay up to date with all the latest car reviews and industry insights, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Autoview Pro, and ring the bell so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next review.